Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fair catch called for and made. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Handoff from the gun. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. And Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll leave it with him. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Direct snap. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit them with a big run, now they hit them with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Out of the gun, the inside give. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Snap it to the back. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
I really love that first drive by the offense. It always seemed like they were just one step ahead of the D, and a nice job there down close. When the defense knew they were going to run the football, being more physical, running it in on 3rd down to get the touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes this offense. Leaves it with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He'll try it again. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. It couldn't stop the offense from picking up that 1st down on that run play.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the back. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. They'll give it to him again. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
The end of the third quarter with the score Arkansas 7, Alabama 0.
After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Going to the ground. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires left. It's caught. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. They'll try the run. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Arkansas. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Finds his target down the middle. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Quick completion to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, big C.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Power football with the run. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
And the Razorbacks are on the move. The running back has it. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And they're able to make the tackle. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
3rd and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Razorbacks! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Georgia somehow, some way found an edge between the hedges and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes that Alabama offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Picked off. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. They'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Brought down near the 18-yard line. It's 3rd down.
The Razorbacks are in the red zone. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He makes the connection. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one they had to have a plan for one of the best receivers in the country, so they're double covering him. You can't do anything else, and still they can't prevent this guy from making the catch and getting the first down.
To the air on 1st down. Looking for the score. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as the result, the defense gets the INT.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Floating away. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Guys practice this all week long, right? Just feeling the pressure, seeing color. When it flashes in front of your face, you're out. You're out now. You're trying to keep 2 hands on the football, have good ball security, while keeping your focus downfield. And if nothing's there, you just got to go and try to get it home.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
They're trying to get to it. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Trying to find his man on 1st down. trying to get to him. He'll pull it down. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rolls onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
On second down, wants to throw it. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work with big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26.
And the Arkansas offense will take over. First and 10.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Gain 2. Third down coming.
They're facing a 3rd down. The corners are walked up tight. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Gets it out fast.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, give on the inside.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Third down coming.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Completes it in the middle. And the ball's on the ground. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
And the Razorbacks look to keep this drive humming. Give to the running back. And how about that interior deep? The run for nothing.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. The quarterback has to do a better job of taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Makes a connection. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Dances away to buy time. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Give to the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25. Give him one.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Arkansas 21, Alabama 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. One step wrap, two step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
At the 37, it's third down.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop for the return at about the 28-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Now on 1st down after that completion. He's going to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they capitalize.
Intercepted
On the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Powers through the defender. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense lining up for a first down play. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Wants to throw on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive, but hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14.
At the 14-yard line. 3rd down coming.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Tyler. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what... Timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
And the Razorbacks are flying down the field. With the run on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Quick pass on the fly motion. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. He's looking to pass, getting some heat. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
This is so a Jesse Paul. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Paul.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Pocket starts to come. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Defense in press coverage. The give as they work on that clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion, but you've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up 4th down.
And the Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back.